Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Janavalabha Girivaradhari. Gopi Janavalabha Girivaradhari. Magst du auch spielen? Wir spielen das Instrument. Yasodhanandana Bhadadana Ranjana. Yasodhanandana Bhadadana Ranjana. Yamuna Tiravanachari. Yamuna Tiravanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Janavalabha Girivaradhari. Gopi Janavalabha Girivaradhari. Yasodhanandana Bhadadana Ranjana. Yasodhanandana Bhadadana Ranjana. Yamuna Tiravanachari. Yamuna Tiravanachari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jam Vishnu Pad Paramangsa Parivacha Caitanya Stotara Shata Shri Srimad Charan Arvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Namachaya Shri Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Seko Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Ki Jai. Shri Pralad Lakshmi Nrsimha Bhagavan Ki Jai. Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Yamakunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Samavita Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Alle Ehre seien versammelten Gottgeweihten. Alle Ehre seien versammelten Gottgeweihten. Hare Krishna. Alle Ehre seien versammelten Gottgeweihten. Hare Krishna. Alle Ehre seien Shri Guru und Gauranga. Ich spreche ein paar Gebete, bevor wir anfangen. Om Agyana Timirandasya Ganandala Shalakaya Chakshurun Militangena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Caitanya Manobistang Stapitang Jena Bhutale Svayang Rupa Kadamayang Dadati Svapadantikam Jai Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Nrsimha Jai Nrsimha Jai Jai Nrsimha Praladesha Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bringa Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay. Sir, do you understand German? Difficult, huh? Yeah, because we have to determine German or English. But then we speak in English. Magst du schauen, ob da ein englisches Caitanya Charitamrita Buch ist? Egal welches, irgendeins. Wir sind da jetzt spontan heute. Srimati Tulasi Maharani Ki Jai. Das nehmen wir. Okay. So, Let's speak one mantra together before we read. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Okay. So we are reading from Sri Caitanya Charitamrita. Why not? So, this is one episode which is, basically, maybe I speak a few words for our dear Emilio, to give you context of the book. We have three main scriptures in our tradition. Two are well known, or one is very widely well known. This is the Bhagavad Gita. You may have heard of this book before. Then, according to the understanding which our great teachers are, that Bhagavad Gita is the basic knowledge. Even this is not so simple to fully realize, but still they say it is the first knowledge. That is Bhagavad Gita. And then Bhagavad Gita is teaching us the basics of spiritual life and about our relationship with God. Bhagavad Gita explains how we are not this body, how we are a spirit soul, and how our real interest lies in our relationship with the Supreme Spirit Soul, or God, who is always in connection with us. And that is ultimately the interesting thing about the Bhagavad Gita is that it is God speaking about himself. In many books we don't have this. In the Bible, very few statements are made they say that this is God. And even then, we don't know so for sure. Bible, there was many changes in the course of time. And they changed the original teaching. And so, but Bhagavad Gita, it is spoken by God himself. And ultimately, in the Bhagavad Gita, God is saying, surrender to me. That is what God is teaching in the Bhagavad Gita. Surrender to me. This is what he wants. So, and then we have to learn that art of surrendering to God. So, and in the Bhagavad Gita, it is an instruction. It is a conversation, and ultimately there is that instruction. God himself is telling, there are so many different kinds of spirituality, there are so many things that people work for, but all of that is secondary. It is secondary in relation to the primary, which is surrender to me, surrender to God. That is what Krishna is teaching in the Bhagavad Gita. And he's telling that he's having a conversation with Arjuna, and Arjuna is basically representing all of us because he's in a confusion of bewilderment, in a situation of crisis, situation of challenge, and Arjuna is basically putting questions before Krishna, and then there's the whole conversation, and Krishna is telling him, even in the beginning, actually, he's telling him that you were always there. Many lives ago, you were there. No, basically, eternally, you were there, and I am also there, and all these other people are there. We are all individuals, and then, so it was like that always, it is like that now. In the future, it will always be like that. And I remember when I studied this verse some time ago, like some years ago actually, I was looking at, there's a section of verses, I looked at those every day and I meditated about this a little. And actually it's very heart-touching to faithfully accept that I was always there and God was always there. I have an eternal relationship with him. That is very deep, actually. It's very simple, but it is very deep. Because in this material world, basically everything is temporary. Everything that comes, it goes again. And that is, like we spoke about forms, right? The table. So much time ago, it had a different form. It was a different thing. It was a tree, and before the tree grew, all the things that happened to the material, or also to the spirit soul, which went into the body of the tree, because every living organism is enlivened by the spiritual living entity. The matter is always dead, and the spirit is always alive. So, and that is the Srila Prabhupada calls it an incompatible situation. So I have one thought which makes me laugh, but so the serious topic is that it's not compatible. Like the spiritual living entity is used or is by constitution made to experience in an eternal situation, and within the material energy we will never find that as long as we perceive matter as such in itself. Whatever we see in relation to the spiritual dimension, that will give us satisfaction and peacefulness.